Joy Taylor asserts Caitlin Clark's stardom degree is owed to Angel Reese. Fox Sports' Joy Taylor delivered a hot take about how Angel Reese has impacted Caitlin Clark's stardom. It's fascinating to think about what the landscape of women's basketball would look like right now if Chicago Sky superstar Angel Reese hadn't taunted Indiana Fever icon Caitlin Clark in the waning moments of the 2023 NCAA and National Championship game, when Reese was playing at LSU and Clark with the Iowa Hawkeyes, by waving her hand in Clark's face and pointing to her ring finger. Not only did this moment go supremely viral, but it also skyrocketed both Clark and Reese's stardom to an unprecedented degree, which both have continued to build upon through this point in their respective WNBA careers. While there's no doubt that both players would still be WNBA standouts if this taunt hadn't happened, there seem to be conflicting opinions about how big of a star Clark would be right now if Reese hadn't made this fateful move. Fox Sports analyst and American sports media personality Joy Taylor offered her own assessment of this during a recent appearance on the Joe Budden podcast. The Clark versus Reese rivalry has now spun into this thing where, like, Caitlin is better than Angel, and blah, blah, blah. I just said that we would not be talking about Caitlin Clark the way that we do if it wasn't for that moment with Angel Reese, Taylor said. And I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. Joy Taylor stood 10 toes down on the Joe Budden podcast when speaking on her stance that the media would not be talking about Caitlin Clark had she not had that moment with Angel Reese. While many will likely disagree with Taylor's sentiment, there's no question that Reese and Clark have each helped the other's career when it comes to global recognition. In the growing tapestry of women's sports, few stories have galvanized public attention quite like the rivalry and inadvertent alliance between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Recently, sports commentator Joy Taylor stirred the cultural pot by asserting that Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise into stardom is not an isolated phenomenon, but one that owes a significant degree of its brilliance to the presence and provocations of Angel Reese. On the surface, the statement seems controversial. Beneath it lies a layered truth about competition, identity, and the way narratives shape stars. To understand Taylor's assertion is to understand the fabric of sports storytelling. Stardom in sports isn't just about performance. It's about the drama, the rivalry, the characters. Clark, with her sharpshooting precision and unrelenting drive, was already carving a historic path through NCAA basketball. But her status as a generational talent leaped from impressive to legendary when she met her foil. Angel Reese, unapologetic, passionate, and as dominant as Clark was brilliant. The climax of their clash came during the 2023 NCAA Women's Championship game between Iowa and LSU. Clark dazzled with long threes and daring playmaking. Reese dominated with physicality and emotion. What lingered in headlines for weeks afterward, however, wasn't just the stat lines, it was the confrontation. Reese's now famous "you can't see me" gesture, mimicking one Clark herself had used in previous games, became the symbol of a cultural moment far bigger than basketball. Joy Taylor, with her sharp media instincts, wasn't wrong to highlight this pivotal interaction. Reese didn't diminish Clark, she amplified her. By embodying an equal and opposite force, Reese helped elevate their encounter into one of the most watched and talked about moments in women's college basketball history. That tension created a compelling narrative, the hero and the anti-hero, depending on who you asked, the Midwestern phenomenon and the Southern firebrand, the face of the game and the heart of the movement. Clark's stardom, Taylor argues, grew not just from her numbers, but from this moment of cultural and competitive significance. Angel Reese, intentionally or not, played a crucial role in making Caitlin Clark's stardom resonate beyond basketball. Their rivalry tapped into conversations about race, class, gender, and media framing. Reese became a mirror through which the sports world was forced to re-examine how it glorifies certain athletes while scrutinizing others. Of course, Clark would have been a star without Reese. Her record-breaking scoring, court vision, and leadership are generational traits. But stardom isn't just earned, it's constructed. The media, fans, and cultural discourse are the architects. Without Reese, Clark may have been revered like Diana Taurasi or Sue Bird, respected, admired, but compartmentalized. With Reese, Clark became something different, a mainstream phenomenon, a household name, a character in a story that even casual fans couldn't ignore.